Hey everyone, Mark and Joey here on a Wednesday afternoon. Beautiful day here in Ontario, Canada. If you're first time a viewer of the show, it's where we live and it's turned summer and we're in full summer mode. Sunny outside all day today. You got a chance to get out and play some golf. But you know what? We're still talking indoor sports. What has the NBA got over us all? We're still waiting for Kawhi Leonard. Of course, for us, it's a home thing for us. This is our home team. I feel the guy's a pretty sincere guy, so I don't think he's just jerking us around. But I think it's been a little bit of an NBA marketing ploy to have him tour all these cities, keep all NBA in the know, and people watching and wondering what's going on, all that kind of stuff. But the latest news is actually pretty good out of 3 different sources. You got the Vegas, you got Jalen Rose, and one other guy you just heard from, who I thought had a fantastic idea of making sure the border banned him from leaving. So I thought that was fantastic. But you got some news from some other guys.
Well, there is one agent who said he heard from another agent. None of these are Kawhi's agent, by the way.
Yeah.
Is that it's a guarantee staying in Toronto. So stop all the noise and get it over with. And then you got Jalen Rose said he's 99% sure he's staying. And he said he's been sticking with the same sources throughout the whole entire thing. He has not wavered his opinion, neither of his sources. He said a long time ago that he would sign. He also said he would never play a game in San Antonio again. That was last year. That was true. So Jalen Rose is also a former player.
Close to the
seems
group.
to get more information. He used to play for the Raptors as well. So I like Jalen Rose saying 99%. I like this agent saying it's already over with. And then Kendrick Perkins had a funny idea. He goes, well, first of all, you don't take a 6-hour flight to say, I ain't coming back. Because, to be honest, no one cares enough to fly 6 hours and say, I ain't coming back. So that's one thing. I think the second thing is, which was so funny, he goes, just take his passport away, okay? And make him play the home games. And I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was maybe a bold strategy. If he goes in the meeting, goes, I ain't resigning, just grab his passport to be like, you're stuck here. But, very interesting stuff. I think he is staying.
But there was a Vegas odds move too.
Oh, yeah. So Vegas put the title odds for the NBA championship, the Raptors. They went from 10-1 down to 7-1. That's a big 3 points there. That's anticipation probably of him re-signing. They wouldn't have done that, I don't believe. With the way the East kind of turned out without Kawhi Leonard, not many people would believe the Raptors even didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
So the fact that they put him down to 7-1 now, I truly believe they feel that he is going back to the Raptors. The team that's definitely he's not going to is the Clippers, because all their odds have gone off the table. No one's even really talking about them anymore.
Yeah, no, it's a Lakers or Raptors.
So it's the Lakers one. Now, here's some theory behind why this works for everybody. First of all, the 2-year deal for Kawhi would take him to what they now call, apparently, is 10 years in the league, this multi-max contract, which would be any team can offer him the most money in the league. Then that could be the Lakers. He'll probably go home after 2 years with the Raptors. 2 years with the Raptors get you 2 chances to win the East, make the NBA Finals, and give yourself a chance against a team in the West, obviously in the NBA Finals, in order to win. The East shouldn't change that much, really.
Yeah, they really haven't.
Because they really haven't. Now, I know people are hyping Durant. People forget he's out all this year.
Yeah.
And then would have to come back the next year. So, the 2 years...
And other than that, they got Kyrie, who was really no good in Boston, so it's not like he's going to come and lead them to the
Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan aren't doing anything in Brooklyn.
No.
It all depends on how Durant comes back. But that's so far away that Toronto would have a good chance of the title next year. And it'd be Kevin Durant's first year back. They'd have another good chance. And then Kawhi can leave again. So, that's fine. And then, for the Raptors, it allows our young guys to develop, and like you say, you got Siakam who could be the next Kawhi. You got Van Vliet could be the next Kyle Lowry.
We could be playing Leonard in the finals, I think.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Raptors will be very good even then.
Right, and the last thing is, LeBron James' son, I think they said in 2 years, would be eligible for the NBA, and LeBron has stated many times his one goal late in his career would be to play with his son or his sons, because his one son's a couple years after that. So that sounds like he will go to any team that has his son drafted. So not only would Kawhi go to the Lakers on the biggest deal because of the 10-year deal, he'd get 2 good years out of the Raptors, and then he'd probably have the team to himself with Anthony Davis, because LeBron, at that point, his goal would be to play 1 year with his son. So everything lines up for the 2-year process, which gets the Raptors what they want, gets Kawhi what he wants, and LA eventually what they want. And LA in the meantime still have LeBron and AD, so they're not lacking talent there. So we believe that's why it's going to work out. We have an agent now saying he's in Toronto. You have Jalen now saying he's in Toronto. Worst case, we're stealing his passport. So I'd say it's pretty locked down. And he took a 6-hour flight on the team's plane just to get there.
And I told everyone multi-shows ago, I can't even remember when it was, Raptors were 10-1. I said, bet everything you have on Raptors 10-1. Kawhi's coming back. I can tell you the minute he puts pen to paper, the Raptors will be 3-1. Take the odds while you can get them. 7-1 now, still a great bet. If you're playing those, we are. I think it's just enormous odds for the Raptors. Now really we've had a feeling all the way along, though we got a little nervous with him going in to talk to the Lakers. But as I said in our last show, the fact that LeBron wasn't in that meeting told me that wasn't even a serious meeting. Also, some information we got about some trade with him back a couple years ago, right?
Oh, it was the 3 things he wanted to talk to Jeannie Buss and Magic Johnson about. Was specifically Magic Johnson actually was, why didn't you try to trade for me? Because I guess he made it clear he wanted to go to the Lakers and felt kind of unwanted when they didn't go after him. Now, to Magic Johnson's defense, he did what everyone thought he should do, which was simply wait. Because guess what? We thought we were going to get you in a couple of years' time. So that was part of it. But he did apparently ask that question. Because obviously the Raptors did make the bold move. And they went after him. And now you look what might happen. He might stay.
And look at bold. I mean, this is a conversation 11:30 at night on a 12 p.m. deadline. And obviously the Laker thing fell apart at that point, and the jury really stood up and made the deal with 30 minutes to go and traded his best player they just signed to an 8-year contract the year before. Kawhi has got to respect that kind of move.
Well, I think he respects that, but I think and then everything that went in it, they didn't respect it and then abuse him for a year and basically said, like, we don't even want to try to sign you. I guess what I'm trying to get at is some teams could have done that. Like, just assumed he was gone and not treat him properly. Instead, they go, why don't we take a chance to win and keep him? And that's what they've done. And it looks like it's going to work out. And you think of all those teams that probably turned down trade offers and reportedly for a lot less they would have had to give up. Now we're missing that chance to win a title and keep him now. And the Raptors capitalized on their opportunity, took a huge risk Masai Ujiri did. Re-signing Masai apparently was a big deal for Leonard. Even though we said if he wasn't coming back, it was a mistake. But big deal for Leonard apparently because that was the guy who went out and got him, who talked to him from the moment they traded for him. Same with Kyle Lowry. So everything's working out for the Raptors, and it should because that was a big risk they took.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we've been talking about the fact there's been no news out of the Raptors office. Nothing. No one's even looking nervous. No one's been even talking about it. They went on vacation, came back in time for the meeting they've had with Kawhi. Like, it seems like it was always done, as we've mentioned before. Been a little nerve-wracking no matter what, because you never know for sure what can happen. I mean, the other day, Jimmy Butler went to Miami, and that wasn't even part of our thought process. So you never knew what could happen, but I think he's coming. Everybody thinks he's coming now. So we're going to see, hopefully, a signing tomorrow that'll make everybody happy. Put all this behind us, and we can start looking at the next year's championship. And we're certainly looking forward to that result.
I'll say this. I think the reason why he took the meetings is simply this. In 2 years' time, when he is going to leave, he's now going to bring up the fact that when they really wanted him, what they offered him. And I think that's why he kind of took the meetings. So what he got out of LA was LA saying, yeah, bring your own team. Yeah, we'll give you max contract. Yeah, this, yeah, that. And all these reasons. I think he mostly got that because when he goes in 2 years' time, he goes, so I want this now. What we're going to offer me 2 years ago, I want it now. And I think that's really why he took the meetings. I think it was to hear the plans going forward. And that way he has kind of some stuff to go back on when the Lakers try to eventually get him again. And I think that's why he took the meetings. I think it's part of, like you said, the NBA thing. But I think...
Conspiracy theory, anyway.
Yeah, conspiracy theory that NBA set this all up to promote the NBA. But I simply believe it's his team getting what they want now, so for 2 years' time, they can now use as leverage going, you promised all this, don't back out now. Or guess what? He doesn't have to come again. He can easily stay or go somewhere else again.
But the one thing is, his 10-year deal will be so much money. There may be teams who can't handle it.
Well, that's possible. Also, which no one's really talked about, and I hate to put a damper because he is one of the best players in the league, and he won us a title. He's injury prone. So, like, 2 years, 30 years old.
I mean, if we hadn't dealt with him the way we did this year, who knows what happened.
Yeah, and they said, every team said that they'll do it, but you still saw him in the interviews afterwards. He looked banged up and tired. And really... other players looked a lot healthier than he did. So we might get the best years out of Kawhi. By the time you get him when he's 30, I feel like you better have help for him. I don't think he could carry a team kind of like he didn't have to carry us, but he did obviously put big moments on his back. I don't know if he could do that in the future. So when it comes time to offer him this big deal, because he's played 10 years in the league, you better think of what you got around him. I think he'll need AD. He'll need someone else on the Lakers or the Clippers, wherever he ends up going, to help him out. He'll be 30 years old. He'll have missed a full year. He's clearly always injured, a little bit anyways, as most of these guys are, but him more than others. And it's going to be a hefty price. So the Raptors are truly winning here. If they sign him for the 2 years, which now is, I'm very confident they're truly winning the deal.
Well, there's another story to this. This is many shows ago, and you brought it up, and I don't know how many. It's a long time ago in our shows, and you mentioned the fact that we should be trading for every first-round pick in the year that LeBron's kid
LeBron James
is going to be in there,
Bronny James,
so that we'll bring him and LeBron to Toronto for a couple seasons. And LeBron is, he's been in Cleveland. He knows Toronto. He actually has said some good stuff about Toronto. And
His business
said,
here, and he loves Drake.
That they should, every trade they can make should be the first round pick of every team for that year. And I don't even know whether that's happened. Any teams actually caught on to that.
Yeah, and let me expand on this more, because I want to bring it back to the forefront since this was mentioned again. LeBron has said basically he'll go anywhere because he'll only probably play for a year or two.
He's played in Cleveland. Anywhere.
Well, that is his hometown. I mean, like, anywhere. His son cannot... Okay, I shouldn't say this. He could technically boycott a draft pick. Like, his son could be like, I'm not going to sign, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
The odds are I don't feel like his kid would do that. First of all, because Toronto is now a reputable city in the NBA. And I think...
we're huge in their NBA
And
now.
I think a lot of players are seeing that. So I think if LeBron James' son got drafted there, I don't think he'd want his son to be that stubborn kid who goes, I'm not playing, especially because you're already under LeBron James' name, meaning who knows how good he truly is. Obviously, it's always worth it, simply for the fact LeBron James has said he wants to play this kid, and assuming his kid, based on the tape, is going to be even as good as most NBA players, just simply from natural ability, you'd have to take that chance. So here's what I proposed a long time ago, and it still might work, because guess what? In that second year, you can easily trade Kawhi if you're not going to win because maybe Durant in Brooklyn is insane or something. You can easily trade Kawhi.
Project who's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Teams,
Trade Kawhi.
Yeah.
Lowry, Gasol, every old guy you have to the 5 bottom teams for their number 1 pick. And simply draft LeBron James Jr. because I believe he's the oldest son of LeBron. I think they call him Bronny James. And you'll get LeBron James. Yeah. And I think they'd have no problem with Toronto. They know it's a big city. He loves Toronto. They love Drake, by the way. They're really, really
They can
tight.
film all the shows in Toronto. I mean, next to...
Most shows are filmed in Toronto.
Most shows now, because of the dollar, we're a huge film industry city.
LeBron can film 2 seasons of a show he wants while he plays here.
At a 30% discount compared to LA.
Yeah, and his son will be on our team, and they'll hang with Drake, and I don't think his son will care about being in Toronto, and he might leave after 3 years. I don't care. But what a idea. Like, I can't believe no one's thought of this. No one is taking this seriously enough, guys. It's only 2 years away.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta bulk up now so people don't understand what you're trying to do. If you do it in the last year when LeBron James is getting in the draft,
pay for those picks.
yeah, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna make you pay over a price. Do it right now. If it's hard for the Raptors because they're actually too good right now. I said this when they only had DeRozan. I didn't think that they would ever win a title. It's kind of hard to do it now, but I'm telling you, that second year where his son would be in the draft, it's the year actually all your old guys are kind of at retirement age.
Yeah.
I'd trade them all and maybe squeak by with teams not thinking of what you're doing. And guys, this is the play of the century. No one's picking up on it. Get every draft pick. 2 years will be what? 2021 draft. Right now, every team out there, go get 2021 draft picks and go get them right now. Because LeBron
he's 2
James
years away, right? It'd be 21, 22.
2020.
Because this was 1920 draft coming up.
Right, okay. No, but okay. So, yeah, I'm telling you guys, and LeBron's already stated he doesn't care where. His goal was to play with his son, and you'll probably get a couple years out of him.
But you can't wait, because once everybody sees who's going to be bad in that year, there'll be so much more to get that trade.
Here's what you got to hope for, to be honest with you. Here's what you really got to hope for. And it might not matter because LeBron James
what about if you trade 2 for 1? 2 of our first round picks, because we're going to be good. For one of these teams' first round pick. Maybe we could do that this year. Trade away some futures to get a...
I trade away every pick right now.
Yeah, every pick
you don't need picks right now. First of all, our team has 0 picks on it.
Already a championship team.
Pascal Siakam's a late pick. Fred VanVleet's undrafted.
Well, Kawhi at 15 was the lowest on our team.
And we didn't draft him, though. No Toronto drafted players have worked out, so we're horrible at drafting anyway. I would trade every pick you have right now, and you can look at teams. You can take a pretty good guess. You got to think Memphis is going to be bad. Cleveland will continue to be bad.
Yeah.
There's teams that are not getting better from the city, from the team, from their goals. So right now, trade everything you have, all your picks, because our picks clearly don't matter based on the team we got. Go trade them right now. 2021 draft. LeBron James Jr. You're going to get LeBron with him.
So that's it. We're not actually even worried about Kawhi.
I'm not.
Let's go get these first round
From
picks.
excitement
We'll
alone.
bring LeBron here to town.
Yeah.
It would be amazing. But anyway, we're going to get Kawhi. It looks like everything is moving in that direction right now. And in 2 years from now, we're going to get LeBron when his kid comes here. If someone can pick up all those draft picks, we'll be way too far down the line. We'll still be a championship team in 2 years. So we got to go pick up some picks. We got picks we can trade away. Pick them up. What a finish that would be. Kawhi for 2 years and LeBron coming to town for 1 or 2.
And I tell you what, man, like,
it's very free.
It's very doable. Well, you really hope, too, that there's another sensation in his draft.
Yeah.
Because it might help you out a little bit.
May not be a number 1 pick.
Yeah, it might help you out a little bit, although everyone knows LeBron's coming. But if LeBron, by the way, ages poorly in the next couple years, that could help you. Like I said, if there is a star out there, a young kid, I don't know that age group very well, could it maybe outpower LeBron James Jr., but it's a 2-for-1. You're getting the dad and the son. And who knows? If you could hold on long enough, the other son, I think, I swear he's 2 years younger, could easily be on your team too. I mean, why not have the whole family just suit up?
Because we had that in hockey, right? Gordie Howe played with his 2 sons
in
his 50s.
Right.
And that's a tougher sport than LeBron's basketball. Although it's tough to play basketball, but not comparable with the body check and everything goes on. He played with his 2 kids. Wouldn't it be cool? LeBron plays with both of his kids. It's a mastermind of picks that have to happen. Just remember, 2 years from now, you heard it here first.
Yeah. And I hate to be mean to Nick Nurse. Even fire Nick Nurse and make LeBron James the coach if he doesn't want to play. Like, I don't care. But you heard it here first.
He can play till he's 50.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
He doesn't have to work as hard. He's still a great shooter, passer, everything else that goes
and
with
leader.
it.
And leader. If he had his sons on his team, imagine what kind of leader
he
he'd
can play to whenever he wants to stop.
Right,
and the game will not ever make him bad enough that you wouldn't want to have LeBron on your team.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Nick Nurse, you can keep your job.
If it happens in 2 years, we said it first. And that's it. Kawhi signing tomorrow, we hope. We'll be back to announce it. Otherwise, have a great evening.